What's going on, YouTube family? Welcome back to an episode of AKR ME Fitness, your favorite YouTube fitness channel. In this episode, you have myself and Whitney doing a 3-part oblique move. The 3-part oblique move is completed when you go leg up, knee in, oblique twist. That was one. So we did 3 sets of 10 reps on each side of this exercise. And like I already stated, this is an oblique exercise. You can read all the motivational quotes in the world you want to, be able to quote them back and forth and, know them and all that. But the thing about it is, you still got to do the work. Still got to put in the hard work. If you don't do the work, those quotes are useless. So get up and go to work. Couple your knowledge with work. If you follow your dream and you transition to the point that that's what you do for a living, your job is what you love, then it's not like you have a job. You're not really working. You don't feel like it's work because you love it. We get in the gym and try to change ourselves, to try to improve ourselves. But you know what you're doing? You're making excuses. When you're making excuses, you're fighting to remain the same. So excuses are definitely not going to make you fit. You have to put aside those excuses and get in the gym and get it done. Here they use the word in the middle of difficulty. A lot of times they say opposition, but you find your opportunity in the middle of opposition and difficulty. You have the opportunity to display your strengths, opportunity to learn about your strengths, about strengths that you didn't know you have. You have the opportunity to overcome what you thought you couldn't overcome. You have the opportunity to learn how to overcome what it is that you're facing. So just because you're going through a hard time, you have to look at it with the right perspective and see what you can gain from the hard time, instead of trying to make it seem like you're losing something from a hard time. The hard time is given to you. It's not taken from you. You can become the best version of yourself, but not if you give up. If you give up, you're just going to remain who you are. You have to have the confidence that you can become the best version of yourself, but it's going to require work and perseverance. You can't give up just because it's tough. Everything is tough. Being who you are is tough, and changing for a better you is tough. You have to decide which one is going to be most beneficial for you and most rewarding for you. This is stressing the value of repetition. Because if you've done 10,000 different kicks one time, it doesn't matter. You're not an expert at any of those kicks. But if you've done one kick 10,000 times, now you've become an expert at that kick. Now you're dangerous. Now it will be evident once you do this kick that okay, he knows what he's doing because he's practiced it so much. So the same holds true in the gym. If you do 10,000 different exercises one time, you're not going to see any results. But if you do one exercise 10,000 times, then the scarring is there. It's going to be like I said, totally evident that okay, he knows this exercise. His body is going to change based on the fact that he's done this exercise so many times. And this is the honest truth. Everybody's body is going to get to a point where it doesn't necessarily want to continue going on. What separates the winner from everybody else is what happens, what they tell yourselves when you get to that point where your body wants to stop. You have to tell yourself that, okay, this is where champions are made, because it actually is. A separation occurs between champions and everybody else at this exact moment. So what's your choice going to be? Champion or just average? believe this to be a fact in my life and yours. So they say that the journey is not always about getting to the destination. It's about who you become in the journey. So I say that to say you're fighting the battle because the battle that you're fighting is developing you into the person that is going to be capable of handling the things that you have to handle. But unless you go through that fight, you're not going to develop the character traits that are necessary to sustain you once you get what it is that God intends on blessing you with. So don't shy from the fight. Fight the fight with the confidence that it's for a good cause and a good purpose in your future. That's a fact. That's why I'm shooting my shot now. I see so many people that have so many gifts and abilities and qualities that they just haven't used. And I'm like, look at them and I'm like, man, why are you doing what you're doing as opposed to doing what is capable of you based upon the natural gifts you were given? And guess what? I have to turn that same voice back on myself, that same finger back on myself and say, well, you weren't put on this earth to throw boxes at a warehouse and make Home Depot warehouse richer, make Amazon richer. You excel at it and everybody is impressed by your ability to do so, but that's not your calling. That's not what you're here for. So I was given natural gifts and abilities, and if I don't use them, if I don't develop them, then I could get to a point where I have to look at myself and with regret and wonder, what could I have been? And like I said, it's to a point that everybody that sees me and they see me accomplish things, they see what I'm able to do, people always say that they've never seen someone like me. So with that being the case, I am a unique individual, so I have to develop those character traits that make me unique so that I don't have to look back and wonder one day, what could I have been? Good intentions sound good, but they don't help you get anything done. Say, oh yeah, I intended on doing this, or I meant to do that. I was gonna do this, but did you? That's the main part. If you intended on doing something and doing something are two different things. Intending on doing something, you still didn't do it. So you got to take action if you expect to get any results. Good intentions sound awesome, but that's all. That's the extent of it. You have to put forth the action. Bad days make great workouts because energy never dies. You transfer the energy that you had from a bad day and take that energy and use it as fuel for your workout. If you're still going, if you're still striving and you haven't failed, you can look at the fact that you didn't achieve what you were trying to achieve that day. You were just practicing. You don't fail in practice. You just are learning to do whatever it is that you're trying to master. So don't look at anything as a failure. Just look at it as practice, because as long as you keep going, you haven't failed. As always, I want to thank you for watching AKR ME Fitness, where we're changing the world one workout at a time. With that being said, me and Whitney are out of here, and we'll be back with some more oblique work real soon.